Let's say goodbye to Rhaenyra's and Alicent's character, and let's welcome the older ones on the next episode, because after what happened in today's episode, there will be a lot happening from now on. Stick to me to find out what the series awaits. And don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a like, and let's go to the review of House of the Dragons. So this episode is gonna begin with the old hand, leaving town, finally talk to Alicent, telling you need to put your son in the throne because nobody's gonna accept when the Viserys is dead, and then Rhaenyra is going to be the new queen. Of course, the realm is not gonna accept that well, so you need to put your son into it. Alicent seems a little bit divided with Rhaenyra, and this gets a little bit worse especially in this episode. And now we see the other person who is now the new hand. His son is already inflicting more chaos into the policy. He looks a lot like Littlefinger, the guy from the Game of Thrones side. He seems a lot like his, but with a more crippling taste in it, because now you see a character that it looks very influential, but it likes to manipulate people. Came from just this episode, he already showed what he came for. And then we see now Viserys going to ask Lena Valerian to marry her daughter, because he needs to. Rhaenyra accepted to be marrying him because it's a very strong house. So they will bring balance to the kingdom and enforce even more that they are the rulers of all the kingdoms, and their power is gonna be unmatched from now on. Okay, but I think Viserys should have chosen another son, maybe, to be married. But I think they only have two sons, which is Laenor and Baela. But Baela, I think they want to accept. If they don't accept queens happening, you can imagine a queen with another woman. That ain't happening. Okay, so they went with Laenor, which, just like Baela, likes dicks. He likes men, and there's no problem with it. But if you think about it, it is worse in the Game of Thrones saga to be married not a virgin than liking men, because we have characters who like men. They're not well seen like the other ones, but it's not hidden like it happens all the time. There's no prejudice on the case of killing this person, or dethroning. There's no actual problem with that. Not a very hard problem. And we see that he has his guy who he sticks to, to kiss, and then to be all flirty. And then this doesn't. I don't remember appearing in the episode. They talk to each other, and then they reach an agreement with Rhaenyra and Laenor that they can sleep with whoever they want, because even though Rhaenyra likes him, he's a good person, he at least doesn't seem to like women. So I think he has the right to sleep with other men, things like this, and she has any way to sleep with other women, sleep with other men, because she knows now how it is to feel like passion through sex, things like Alicent didn't see, which is one of the things that Alicent is already pissed off with her, that she had passion and I didn't. Okay, and then it gets worse, even though this feeling with Alicent with Rhaenyra, because now Alicent asks her Kristen, what happened to Rhaenyra at that night, because she came really late, because she had they say that she came late. What did happen? That she lost her virginity, but she did not mention at all Daemon. Because Sir Kristen doesn't know that Daemon and her were kissing each other, and then it led to them having sex later with Sir Kristen and Rhaenyra. But then Kristen still doesn't know that Daemon was there. But then Alicent discovers that Sir Kristen himself tells her that he actually had a relationship with her. They had sex. He unpurified her. He even says I did the oath and I broke it. I will be arrested, or I can take on my own life, which is the best way that you think I should be doing. And I'm sorry. And then Alicent just starts sobbing. This actress is really, really good. Alicent's character, at least this actress is her young. She's really, really good. She really was pretty emotional, and I felt for her. I was like, damn, this was the tears of the friendship that still had some spark of friendship between she and Rhaenyra. It just broke everything. I don't think we're gonna see any good relationship coming back from this new actress. That's gonna happen. I don't know how much time it passed to that. I think 10 years passed since this event, and there's no way this friendship's gonna get any better. And then the king now is kind of sick now. I think it's because of the cut that he made on the Arrow Throne, which, every king who cuts himself in the Arrow Throne is due to have a troublesome government ahead of him. And it is what is happening. Of course it's a myth within this big mythology, but it is happening, everything bad, and he's getting older. Even though he doesn't seem that old, but in that time you lived through like 60 years, you are like an ancient, because there's no medicine, so you die from breathing, okay? And I even forget, there are two incredible deaths on this episode. In the very beginning, Daemon finds his ex-wife, which is her former wife, but his first wife, and she is, riding a horse. She's like a famous rider or a famous hunter with her horses, and then he doesn't speak anything. He just wants to kill her. But you just figure that out when he actually does it. He scares the horse going in front of him, and then he goes, he lifts his front legs, and then he just shoves her on the ground. And when he falls down, he falls over her, and you see like, oh damn, she's dead. I thought she was dead over there, like, but it seems like she fell off the horse, and it doesn't be clear about it, but she's paraplegic. She can move her arms, she can move her legs, and then he just lets her there. No, yeah, you can die over there. And then she's like, you don't have the balls to kill me. And then he comes back with a stone, like, I would rather be head smashed than just waiting there to be there. I don't think he was imagined to kill her. Anyway, he got her killed, and then when her cousin comes to confront him and say, oh, your wife died, and do you have any involvement here? Do you know anything? And she was, no, I didn't have any involvement in it. But I have my rights because I was married to her. So I need the rights for your land. I'm gonna fly there, so I'm gonna ask for everything that you guys have in her name because it's now mine. And he goes like scared because he wasn't imagining that Daemon was so clever to show his power and claim what he's own. You know what I mean? And then we got to see finally the marriage between Rhaenyra and Rhaenyra. This happens like in 2 days. They met and then they just married, very nice wedding in the halls. And we know every time there's a party, something bad is gonna happen. Someone's gonna die, some revelation is gonna happen, some execution. It's the best wedding in any fictional scene. It's Game of Thrones, because something's gonna surprise you. But in case of Game of Thrones, nothing's gonna surprise you because the bad things you're already expecting to happen. And first, the first thing that happens, Bella is flirting with Daemon. So we further see, if you look in the internet, you already know that they're gonna have children, they're gonna marry. Goddamn, Bella is smoking. I'm so bad for her to, she appears like once and then already changing her character. Is gonna see every kind of race in this show. That you cannot be racist after that. There is no way you're racist after that. Then we actually see Daemon flirting with Rhaenyra. Daemon likes to cause, He kills and then flirts with everyone. And they're just saying to Rhaenyra in the Valyrian old languages, like, oh, you're gonna marry right now, we can flee, we can do whatever you want, you're not even married yet, nah. And then Rhaenyra shows like, oh yeah, we're gonna marry, yeah. He's all challenging himself. But this is only flirting to, I don't know, Daemon. He just wants to cause chaos in the realm. You can see that he only wants to have power and cause chaos, and that's why he's one of the best characters so far. And then the marriage happens, they dance, la, and then the boy that Rhaenyra like flirts or things like this goes to Sir Tristan because he sees Tristan looking at Rhaenyra, overprotecting her too much. And then he gets like, there's something happening. So he kind of thinks that they had something going on, which was very clever because it is the truth. And you see themselves talking like, you keep your secret, you keep my secret, I keep your secret, and everything goes. Then we don't see any more conversations of that. And then suddenly there's a fight between Sir Tristan and him. And Crystal just smashed his head like a smashed potato. Like I remember, the mountain fighting the Viper. And I just had the same vibe, he just smashed. I don't know if it was I think he had help from his armor because he just smashed his head until this part of the skull is just destroyed. You see a glimpse of that, and then you get shocked. This is the feeling that we love from Game of Thrones because we see this thing you just get like so scared after that. The Satristian goes away and then tries to kill himself because he just feels unhonored. And then Alicent sees there, and then there's the end of the episode. But before that, they got married. Rhaenyra marries Laenor. And right after all of this, so Laenor is all sad. He doesn't have the right feeling to be married. So the episode ends with them marrying themselves. The king, he passes out, he doesn't die, but he passes out. And then Alicent, so Criston started to kill himself. And then there's gonna be a lot of things to see on this next phase that we're gonna see next week, on Sunday. And I'm hoping a lot to see more of this, because the new actors are gonna have to carry this baggage of, being, the old actors were the favorite ones. So people are gonna already throw stones on you because, overcompensate those expectations, you know what I mean? And I'm just loving the show, and I hope it just gets better. It's just getting better. The action scenes are coming back, the blood is all coming back, the intrigues, everything that Game of Thrones is the best of doing, they are doing it. Can't wait to see more. So without further ado, I see you on the next review or the next video, and goodbye and peace.